How's it going, everyone? Welcome to G-Ball Vision. Today, we have another episode of Gear and Gadgets for you, and this one is going to be exciting. We have some really cool new items to get into, so let's get started. We're going to kick this video off with one of my all-time favorite companies, especially when it comes to gadgets and so on. While we're diving into this package here, let us know what you are carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. Love seeing what you guys are carrying for the day. So this Gear and Gadgets is packed full of some really cool things. This is the brand new power bank, or one of the brand new power banks for Nitecore, and this is called their Pocket 10,000. Now, a lot of their products you can get off their website and you can get off Amazon. For at least right now, as of recording this, you cannot get this on Amazon. I believe it's specifically their website right now. If that changes, I will update the description down below, but otherwise, this will be linked down there through Nitecore's store. Now, this is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and there are a lot of companies out there who make battery banks that don't actually fulfill the specifications they are saying they're supposed to be. And that's one thing I absolutely love about Nitecore is we're going to get a true 10,000 milliamp hours out of this battery bank here. Now, this has a built-in USB-C charging port there. That's kind of, with this being smaller, slimmer, and shorter than the original 10,000, which I will show you here in a brief second, if I can reach it here. You'll see it's a little bit, quite a bit shorter. It's a little bit wider, but it's still going to maintain about the same thinness. And you have a built-in USB-C cord here. So you don't have to keep any cords with you. You're going to have everything kind of all in one here. So this is it's called the Pocket 10,000. This is specifically meant for your pockets here. Now, what we also have is a USB-C in, but you also have a USB-C out built in with that same socket there. So you can use that to charge this, and you can go USB-C to whatever device and charge it from this. So you don't have to only use this, but it's going to be there if you need it. And this is a carbon fiber body, so these are really lightweight. And just to put this in comparison for you, here is, one of my tried and true Anker batteries. I really like Anker, but they just don't compare to Nitecore. Nitecore is way better, in my opinion, just all the way around. Better functionality, just better battery banks. You have a battery indicator there built into the side. Just shorter, sleeker, slimmer, lighter weight, but they are going to cost you a little bit more. These are going to be like $60. So they're not inexpensive, but they're not insanely expensive either. And I don't know, Nitecore has pretty much held the throne for battery banks, in my opinion. Not only are their flashlights amazing, but their battery banks are top of the line. Next up, we don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this one. This is actually one I missed on the last episode. This is another item coming in from Concept EDC. Now, this is their EDC line, and it is it's a sister company, so it is a completely separate company, but it is still under the Concept name. You get this nice little packaging here, and we checked out one of these last week, and I missed this in my drawers. So for the people who didn't get to see that episode, you'll get to see it again here, but they have several different colors you can choose from. This one is more of a blue. It is a titanium body. You're looking at a 5CR13 here on the steel for this, and this is basically a stiletto poker, an EDC stiletto poker. Just something you can keep with you. No, it's not quick. I don't think it was designed to be quick. I think this was meant more for keeping it hush hush, right? Not something that is noticeable more so than it is a quick item. I think people kind of get that twisted up a little bit. No, it's not a quick implement. It's more of an implement that can look like something else, right? Or it doesn't look like what it actually is. I think that's more of the idea. But like I said, these are pretty affordable considering all the machining and titanium, a decent steel for poking in 5CR. Comes with this lanyard here, and like I said, there's a ton of different colors. But that is the Concept EDC Stiletto, and we have a bunch more items from them coming up here very soon. The next item we have here is coming in from Lynx Gear, and they're a company that just recently started up here, and they put out a couple of fixed blades, and they were pretty solid, especially for the price. And they asked me for some suggestions, and I pretty much gave all my suggestions in the unboxing video for those fixed blades, and I'll link it down below. You get some stickers, microfiber cloth. Now, this is more of a crossover fixed blade, or more of a companion fixed blade, I should say, than it is an EDC fixed blade. So definitely going to be more geared for the outdoors, but they did go back and adjust several things. One of them being this leather sheath here. Initially, these came in this really cheap nylon case. It did help the price stay low. So, you know, you kind of got to take the good with the bad in some instances. They were able to keep the price really low, but the sheath was not that good. What they did was go back and revamp the sheath completely. Now we have a really nice drop loop, leather belt loop, leather sheath here. Great stitching, nice thick leather here. Let's see what it smells like. Smells like leather. We have this nice big brass button here, and that is another implement they went heavy on. Was nice clasp for the button. So a nice sheath here. Let's check the retention of this thing. It looks pretty good. Yeah, not going to have any trouble with this thing coming out of the pocket. So a nice little drop leg leather belt slip there. And then we have our fixed blade here, and we have a Saber Ground drop point blade. And this is going to be coming in D2 steel. It's got a nice stonewash finish to it, nice sharpening choil. And then we are looking at some micarta here for our handle material. Kind of got this natural look to it. More of a tan natural look to it, I should say. But these knives, these fixed blades here, are really comfortable. Depending on your hand size as well, this is going to be very comfortable because you have these couple of grooves here, and then you have this flat area up here. And that can allow you to cheat up onto that flat if you really need to get into some material. And my fingers fall in those spots right there. When I'm in the normal grip, I can be in these two up front here, and then perfect for my back too. You do have a lanyard hole here, but a very comfortable companion fixed blade. This is one we are going to take out and test here in the future, but that is Lynx Gear's new fixed blade. And I'm definitely happy to see that all the new modifications that they made to the fixed blade, from the sheath to the updated micarta. They upgraded the micarta from the previous model. It's way better stuff than the previous model. So you're going to be, and they didn't increase the price, I don't think, much at all. So this is going to be a good price. Like I said, I'll have all this stuff linked down below in the description. I wanted to get that up and running as well. But let's get to the next item. Now, I do have an item or two, if we can get to them at least, for the end of this that is more of a recap on the item than it is an unboxing. But here we have a Nextool lightweight wrench W2, and this is a new and improved version of their wrench multi-tool here. Got a little bit of packaging here. We'll get rid of that. We have a nylon sheath here, belt attachment, And inside, we have a nice housing of bits here that are saran wrapped. Nice little touch. And inside our cellophane here, we have our multi-tool. Now, I'm not familiar with this multi-tool at all. Okay, so here we go. Oh, and it has a... Wow, how did I not know that? So this has the wrench. Not much play in there at all. We got 3 contact points there. This is cool. I had no idea this was also a pair of pliers. So we have a pair of spring-loaded pliers in here. And then we have a couple of tools here on the outside of the handle. We got a 3D Phillips. We're going to have to... We have a couple other multi-tools to test as well. And we are going to be testing those this fall and summer, or this spring and summer, I should say. Boy, I can't get that out. That's in there good. We have a little straight blade here, a file, and slotted 3D Phillips there. Those are not going to be locking, and neither is that. That's going to be on a detent system. Just a little blade there, but handle is not too shabby. I like this thing. This is a cool little gizmo here. Not going to be ideal for everyone, but this is a cool little multi-tool. I said it about a year ago. Keep your eye on Nextool and a few of these other companies that are doing these multi-tools like this. Yeah, they might have some quirks here at the beginning, and I would say they're not at the beginning. They're past that, and they have started improving on their initial designs, and they continue to get better and better, use better materials, and look out some of these other higher end multi-tool companies, because there's a couple down there around the $50-$60 range and under that are really taking a hold of the multi-tool world. The next item we're taking a look at is a new headlamp from Sofern. This is the HS21, and I always recommend everyone have at least a couple of good headlamps. You know, I'm not just an EDC person. I'm a preparedness minded person first and foremost. EDC just really flows with being prepared for certain events. You try to prepare for various things that can go wrong. Now, this is the HS21, 6,000 or 6,500K. And then if we take a look at our box here, 2,300 max lumen output, 230 max output for the meters, USB-C charging, and IP65 on its rating. And then we go to a couple of the specs here on the back, and we're looking at a 2 lumen 350 hour spotlight. We have a 2 lumen 250 hour floodlight, and then a combination of 2 lumens and 250 hour for the mixture, and then a turbo of 2,000 for the spotlight, and a 1,200 lumen turbo for the floodlight. So we got some decent power coming out of this thing here, and I'm sure we got a battery tab here to take off. Always want to take those off. We're going to be looking at an 18650 here, Sofern branded rechargeable 3,000 milliamp hour battery there. If you're not familiar with Sofern, really good, good quality flashlights and headlamps. They also make several other items for bicycles and just other illuminations. So look at that, really nice. So you have a cylindrical dial here to go through all your modes. So you have your spotlight, you have your floodlight, you have your combo light, then you have your red light. And then you can go through all the settings by just holding the button down. And that is going to be the same through every level. Very easy user interface, about as easy as it can be. It's going to be a click on, hold it down, that'll go through all your modes. And then a double click is going to be turbo for each mode. And then there might be a strobe, watch your eyes. No, there's no strobe on this, which makes sense. Well, there might be in... Yeah, there might be. I'm not going to say there's not. There might be a strobe feature. But as far as normal use, this is going to slide in here nicely. You got the triple headlamp here. You got the sides and the top, which is a nice touch. That makes it more comfortable. And then this is padded by the strap where this meets your forehead. And this is going to be kind of contoured for a forehead. They include the USB-C charging cable here, a nice long one, or at least pretty long. And then this will slide right in here like so. And you'll be able to maneuver this in a bunch of different directions. And it kind of has some tactile clicks. So maybe if it's not straight on, you know, or you're walking and you want to put this down at the ground, you can angle this down at the ground. I'm a big fan and proponent of lights like this. You can charge the battery externally, or you can charge it through the USB-C port here, which is all waterproof. Then you have a rubber gasket over top there. But really like what Sofern has been doing over the last year or two. I have some flashlights from them that are pretty old. And then if you want, you can take this right off of here, and you know, you can use this not hands-free. Don't know how you would use it, but you could use it hands-free, something like that maybe, or like this if you had to or wanted to. You guys will have to let me know. We'll wrap it up with that one. We'll wait for getting back into, maybe I'll just do a dedicated video on recapping on some products. We got some products from around Christmas time and the new year to talk about, and we have some other products to talk about that have come out over the last couple of months. So let me know if you're looking forward to some of the review and recap items, and let me know if you're looking forward to checking out even more new gear. Let me know what your favorite item was from today. I love hearing from you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. That helps push this video out there to more people. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy this type of content, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe, because I release daily videos just like this. I'll pop up a couple of new videos on your screen. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.